must call now. Call 1-800-337-5211.
And as we come back, first play, first half, Allner makes a great catch to the 4-yard line. So Tulsa, after getting the kickoff, deferring in the first half, getting the kickoff and a ball on offense in the second half to start it, come forth with an Anthony Buich to Mitch Allner reception, complete to the 4. So it'll be first down and goal for the Talons, trailing it by 6, 27-21. Love is the man in motion for Tulsa, but stays top of your screen. The handoff to Bayless gets nowhere, stopped right there.
You called the first offensive play of the game for Tulsa was the same play, only the other way, and it went in for a touchdown. So Skip Foster comes back and tries it to the left, but to no avail. Comes up, second goal.
There you see the running effort, and Nixon making the tackle for Bossier City. So it is second down and goal from the 4. Buich. Did he get to the end zone? No, stopped at the 1. Foster makes the tackle for Bossier City. So it'll be third and goal from the 1. So the Talons keeping it on the ground for 2 consecutive plays. Here's the keeper.
Last time Tulsa had 2 run plays in a row.
I don't remember a single time, nope. Dave. Will it be a third running play in a row? Yes. Touchdown,
how about that?
Talons.
Forget that throwing the ball.
The heck with throwing it. Bossier City's going to run with it, so are the Talons. They get a touchdown, and they have tied the score at 27.
Again, look at the surge here, the right part of your screen. Big Josh McMillan coming off from the center, cuts off the nose guard. Anthony puts it into the end zone, and now I tell you what, Tulsa needed that, did they not?
Yes,
the way
they did.
They finished the first half really was not enthusiastic play at all to come out and start the second half with really a nice drive. And they had the long pass, but 3 nice plays right there.
Yes, the last 5 minutes of the second quarter was an ugly one for the Talons, but they regroup at the halftime and come out smoking in the third quarter, and they have regained the lead. 28-27 is our score.
Now, we take back again to the first half. Tulsa plays good defense, except for giving up the long plays. So what kind of adjustments did Jeff Jarnigan make at halftime? You know, what do you do? Well, the things that you talk about is we have to have more heat on the quarterback. All right, guys, we need a little bit more of a pass rush. Let's get our hands in there. Make Poteet throw the ball short. That's what he's going to talk to them. And then we just have to cover them better because their receivers are good. We get some pressure on them, cover them better. Let's get back to getting the ball turned over for us.
I think, for the most part, the rush until that last 5 minutes of the second quarter had been adequate.
Yep.
But you're right. Bossier City adapted to the pass rush on the part of Tulsa and were able to handle that, and that's why they were so successful in that last 5 minutes of play.
Good call. Now see what they can come up with here. Played inspired offense on that first series, and they played inspired defense.
Oh!
Oh, we're laughing now because of one of the promotions going on.
You had to hit the old star, and he was overthrown just a little bit.
He had a year's worth of hamburgers coming. He knew it. He was salivating, and boy, just didn't hit him.
All right, we're set for the Dotson kickoff. Stevenson has been deep all game long. Short will be the short man for Bossier City. The Battle Wings come in at 6-4. Tulsa on top of their division at 8-1. Bossier City is the only team responsible for that blemish on the Tulsa record. And the perfectly kicked right through the middle. No net, no attempt to be made on a return, and so it will be at the 5-yard line. Perfectly placed by Dotson.
Tony Dodson said, what can I do to help our defense? Well, let's make the battle wing start on the 5-yard line. So he put it right underneath that crossbar and onto the hallway that leads out of the arena. Nice job right
Tiger
there.
Woods couldn't have chipped it any better than that.
Very well done. And Tiger's playing about that well right now, isn't he?
The handoff, Foster. Knocked down there by Atkinson. And Richardson was there as well. Bayless in on the stop. Foster gets close to 5.
Did you find that call interesting, Al? The way Shreveport was throwing the ball there the last 5 minutes, they come out and start the run and play.
This is what they like to do. At least their stats indicate they like to run the football and try to establish that. Poteet, the kid at Union High School, is the quarterback of this team, and he leads the league in rushing touchdowns. But Bossier City did a good job of trying the short stuff early, and it had the Talons up close. They were able to complete some long passes. Because of that, this pass is incomplete, which makes it a 3rd down and 5.
That's really the first time Poteet has been off on a throw like that. Looked like he had the receiver open, Stevenson, and just missed him by a little bit. Sets up the 3rd and long situation here, 3rd medium, 3rd and long. 6 yards to go in arena football. Sometimes it's just not that far.
Richardson, McMillan, and McCluskey are your 3 Talon linemen. Over the middle, 1st down.
Same play. Same play.
I noticed Poteet is still having problems with that center snap. Looked like he had a little bit of a problem, was able to control the football, but let's see.
That looked a little cleaner on the replay. I thought he bobbled it as well coming out. Man, he delivers the ball quickly, doesn't he? From the time he took the snap to the time it hit the receiver in the chest, there wasn't a whole lot of time went by.
Tulsa trying to hold on to their 1-point lead. It's 28-27, clock rolling with 9:20 to go, 3rd quarter. On a 1st down and 10, Poteet back to pass, has the protection, goes deep, and incomplete. Atkinson defensively on short.
Well, Johnny Bayless just unloaded on Sheridan Poteet right there. It was close to being a late hit. The referee was all over it and watched it the whole way. But that's the kind of pass rush you have to have. You have to put some heat on them.
Second down and 10. Ball at the 18-yard line. Been an entertaining football game. Tulsa recovering after a very sluggish end of the 2nd quarter to come out in the 3rd quarter and get a touchdown immediately. Poteet, quick hitter, gets across midfield to short. Atkinson there on the stop. Atkinson and Short having words.
All right, now we're going to come with a 3rd down play right here.
3rd down and 2.
On the right side of your screen, receiver waits the ball. Again, a nice quick release that Sheridan has right there. Just not a whole lot you can do as a corner. Just break on the ball, make the tackle, and limit your damage.
See if the Talons can come up with some defense. Short is the man in motion. Quickly to Short. 1st down to the 20.
Nice blocking right there. Very nice.
So Bossier City keeps the football, and they get across the Talons 20, just short of the 19. There you see part of the visiting bench being coached by a former NFL standout, Pat Tilley. I know you had an opportunity to talk to Pat Tilley before the ball game, and he's from that area and decided, with a lot of businesses going on, decided to get back into football.
Good man, good football mind. Glad to see him still in football.
Stevenson with a running start. Poteet flushed out of the pocket. We're going to have a holding penalty. Poteet throws it deep. Touchdown, but we have a penalty flag, and Richardson is up after going down, and it looked like
he'll be offsetting here, Al. We're going to replay this play.
And that's a good thing. So the Talons get a break. No, they're saying a touchdown.
No. Has to be holding. Because there's a yellow flag in the middle of the field. And there's a hat on the side of the field. They're going to offset it. They're going to play it over again.
Let's get the indication.
Offsetting fouls on the play. Holding number 67 of the offense. The personal foul. Roughing the passer. Number 4 of the defense. The penalties will offset. Replay the down.
Let's take another look.
It's worth looking at, even though it's not going to count. Right here, Josh McMillan's coming around, big 6'7", has to take him down by the jersey. You see Keontae coming in there and just hits him late. Right call on both of them. I don't know what to say. After all that, now it's still 1st and 10. Poteet was hit hard on that one, though.
And in the long run, Tulsa getting a break because of the offsetting penalties, and they let Poteet know about it. Tulsa still clinging to the 28-27 lead. Poteet goes deep, touchdown, completion to Morris. Bossier City will not go away, and in fact they have gotten their second lead of the game. Sean Love beaten. That makes it 33-28.
Having way too long to throw this ball. There's a pump. Nobody even near the quarterback on that one.
Beautifully executed on the part of Bossier City. Poteet on the completion. Tyner on for the extra point. It's good. Bossier City leads at 34-28. Someone lost a helmet.
I believe it was a snapper.
That's not the place to lose your helmet.
No. He was a snapper, the guy next to him.
At any rate, Tulsa finds themselves behind again by 6. So they started out the second half on a positive note. But again, the big plays by Bossier City beating the Tulsa defense deep.
No question. Both offenses have played well in the second half. Bossier City, I guess, really out for the last 15, 20 minutes of game clock, have played extremely well on offense. Tulsa's going to have to come out and put pressure on the quarterback. Can't say it enough. We're going to have to get some type of pass rush. Yeah, because Poteet just keeps coming back. About the time you think you've hit him enough, he comes back one more time and makes another fine throw.
Allner and Love back deep. Let's see what kind of field position the home team can get here. Tyner, after a shaky start, has kicked the ball well since missing that first extra point. Has been right on the money. The man from Oklahoma State kicks it high and deep. And again in the center circle, taken out by Allner, way deep in the end zone. We're going to have a holding penalty, and this will be brought back. Allner got it all the way to midfield, but Golson was caught holding at the 4, pleading his case to no avail.
Well. That's one of those, I just don't know about that one.
About the call or the decision to...
Yeah, we're not going to see it. Looked like Keontae had, he was starting to block him, and
he turned on him.
Yeah, you're told, as long as you keep keep your contact on him. I guess it felt like he was pulling some cloth. Boy, now there's a long way to go for points right now.
Well, the flag came from more than one official, so. In fact, I think there were 3 flags.
Yeah, there's 3 of them nailed that one.
All right, Tulsa deep in their own territory, trying to get back here, trailing it by 6, clock rolling, 5:25 to go. Third quarter. Anthony Buich, the quarterback, did the first quarter, gets the third quarter assignment, throws over the middle to Allner, gets across the 10, 10.5-yard line. It will be 2nd down and 2. And we'll take another look.
Another good read here. Bossier City goes to a zone right here, and Anthony reads it. Quick hitter to Allner, picks up 9 yards.
Golson and Love at the line of scrimmage as the receivers. Allner is the man in motion. He's open over the middle if they can get it to him, but they go deep down the sideline to Love instead, and he makes a great catch.
What a play.
Touchdown! At first I had thought that Anthony Buich made the wrong decision by throwing it down the boundary because Allner was wide open.
He made the wrong decision, Al, you're right.
But as it turns out, it turns to gold.
What a beautiful wrong decision right here. Look at the concentration by number 1, Sean Love, right there. Oh, I wish we could have seen, if we could have zoomed in on his face as he followed that ball all the way to his hands. Did not let the defender destroy his concentration whatsoever, and the ball was laid in there, and just a nice play by Sean Love.
All right, the extra point for the lead. It's good, 35-34. One-handed grab in traffic by Sean Love. And both of us were looking for him to throw over the middle because Allner had gotten so wide open.
He was open.
But he went to...
And then Sean Love
instead.
He has a presence of mind to realize he hadn't been tagged. So he gets up, jumps into the end, dives into the end zone right there.
So this roller coaster back and forth contest is now in favor of the Talons.
What a game, Al. What a game.
The difference, the missed extra point on Bossier City's first touchdown. And there is your defensive coordinator who's looking for some answers from his defense.
Yep. So we're going to have to crank it up here. He's going to look at that guy right there, 5'6".
Crowd's getting into it here. This is about as active a crowd as we have had all season long, and they are really getting into it. This has been an excellent football game. It's been back and forth. It's been fun to watch. For now, the Talons have the lead. And now we have what, a timeout on the floor?
Got a little substitution problem going on right here.
And we're having a discussion as to, I think you're quite right, Dave, it's a substitution question because the man in charge of the substitutions is at midfield and requesting to talk to the official.
Yeah, you'd like to explain all these substitution rules out, but okay, first of all, you know some of them, don't know all of them. Second of all, it's hard for us to keep up with who's going in and going out. That's why the league has a policy it does that every home team supplies an official to watch those rules and make sure teams are substituting according to AF2 rules and say they're supposed to. And we do it, and nobody does it better than what Tulsa does.
We'd like to again thank our TV 47 sponsors who make this broadcast possible. Henry Primo's Crown Bristow, Harmony House Guitars, and Garvey's for helping sponsor Tulsa Talon football on TV 47. And we are certainly glad you can join us for this exciting football game. And once again, the crowd getting into it. as Itis Atkinson leading the cheers. Here's Dotson's kick, and this is a beauty. Off the screen, Stevenson.
Charlie
Up
Higgins.
to the 5. Charlie Higgins makes the tackle at the 2, and he's helped by Itis Atkinson and Butler. So the Talons showing some enthusiasm here following that touchdown and the crowd response. And now the Bossier City Battle Wings are back at their own 2.
Look at it here on the screen, the upper part of your screen, you see a blue flash come in. That's Charlie Higgins right there. Look at him wrap up right here. I'm sorry, I was watching the replay, didn't catch what the official said.
I guess the Talons were inside the 5-yard line on the kickoff. They awarded another 5 yards to Bossier City.
Now, I don't
know how they could have gotten down that fast.
There's no way. I mean, Charlie Higgins is fast, but he wasn't down there before the ball came off the screen.
So we have an official timeout on the field. And I believe we have an equipment problem on the part of Bossier City. 35-34 is our score. Tulsa leading it by 1. We have 3:39 remaining in the 3rd quarter. Once again, glad you could join us. Our next telecast will be July 13th. And that will be the Talons' final home game of the regular season. So this is a tape delay situation. Come out to the game, go home and watch it on television and have a pizza. What's wrong with it? Maybe you'll see yourself on TV, maybe catching one of those Arena 2 footballs.
Or find yourself getting into the game like these fans are right now. They're having a great time. Noel Scarlett's coming in here saying, you know what, let's get this thing cranked.
Tell you what, Noel Scarlett is getting after it, isn't he? Number 56.
He's ready to go.
I predict a quarterback sack.
Okay. They need some pressure on the cue right here. 3.5 minutes remaining in the 3rd quarter. Critical part of the ball game, Al.
Flag on the play. And I believe Scarlett got a little bit too antsy. But he's saying he was drawn offside.
Of course he is. He's going to plead his case.
We have the discussion.
Another discussion. And now the discussion breaks. Looks like the defense is walking back.
Approach him by contact on the defense. 5-yard penalty. We take first down.
And as you can tell, the crowd is not pleased.
56.
First down and 5. Bossier City has been successful enough. They don't need any help from the Tulsa Talons in the penalty department. First down and 5. So the Talons penalized on the kickoff 5 yards, and now another 5 yards. So instead of it being 1st and 10 from the 2, it's 1st and 10 or 5. Fumble on the snap again.
Charlie
Picked
Higgins.
up by Charlie Higgins. Touchdown, Talons! So again, Poteet has problems with the snap, and Charlie Higgins picks it up, and he brings it back for a touchdown. Higgins is still running.
Really not one of the better touchdown celebrations we've seen, but you have to enjoy the enthusiasm of Charlie Higgins.
Here's another look.
Out of Hominy, Oklahoma right here. You talk about being opportunistic. Charlie's always wanting to run with the ball. He was all the time wanting the ball in his hands. He said, if you're not going to hand it off to me, I'm picking it up off the turf and I'm going to take it in.
The extra point is good. And so Tulsa, for the 3rd time in this game, taking advantage of a Bossier City turnover. This one resulting in a return for a touchdown. Charlie Higgins picking it up, going in for a touchdown.
Tell you what, all 3 center snap fumbles has been with number 5-6 on the center. Now, you can get on him You know, a couple of plays earlier where he jumps off sides, okay, cost your team 5. But I tell you what, he's caused 3 fumbles tonight just because the center's worried about how in the world am I going to block this guy. Big change of the game. I tell you, Al, part of that has to go to the crowd. Don't you think?
Sure, the crowd really got after it. In fact, that is about as enthusiastic as this crowd has been all season long. And they are seeing an excellent football game. Tulsa now leading it by 8.
We had that nice close-up of Jeff Jarnigan a while ago, and wondering what was going through his mind right there. His defense cranked it up more than 1 notch right there. And the crowd's still into it now.
Low line drive this time, and is taken by Short. Gets to the 20-yard line. So the line drive really did not work in Tulsa's favor on that play. Did not get that bouncing effect as Short was able to field it at his own 5 and to get some nice momentum. He gets it to the 20.
Very, very nice field position right there. Now you wanted that thing to squib a little bit more, and it just hopped up. All right, now, earlier in the game, Shreveport comes back and goes deep within the first 2 plays. Odds are they'll do it again. What do you think, Al?
Well, let's see if Bossier City can get the snap correct. Tyner and Poteet have missed on 3 separate occasions on the snap. This one is completed. Poteet's going over the middle. Overthrows or overshoots Stevenson with Hollenquist there on defense.
A little bit of a pass rush right there. Just enough. Yeah, Poteet off balance just a little bit. Grabbed his arm right there.
I want to tell you, this Scarlet kid is strong and quick.
I think he's caught on to the indoor game. Having a lot of fun, too. I have a feeling he's going to be at a camp here next month or 2.
The NFL camp's open the 26th. Poteet hits Stevenson, short of the first down. 2 yards short of a first down. Will make it 3rd down and 2. Tackled by Sean Love. Hollenquist in there as well as the completion to Stevenson gains 8. Stevenson a bit shaken up on the play.
Somebody comes in right here at the end and has a nice shot on him right there.
Who's that? Stevens?
Henry Stevens. Big youngster out of New Mexico. The big Lobo hits him. One of his teammates is one of the centers, though.
Tyner?
Yep.
And so Stevenson being checked on at midfield after taking that shot. We have 38 seconds remaining in the 3rd quarter. Tulsa up by 8. They trailed it by 6 as the half began. Took a 1-point lead, then fell behind by 6, and now have scored 14 unanswered points to take a 42-34 advantage.
Laughing out, guys needing a drink of water out there, and they try to roll the bottle of water out there, and the lid comes off, and all the water comes out. Guy said, what's the guy got to do to get a drink out here?
Usually that happens in the Western movies in the desert.
That's right. Oh, 3rd and 2. They shouldn't wind the clock here. I don't know why they don't wind it. There was no time. I guess they did charge him a timeout, huh?
Well, Stevenson is staying on the field, so it was not the injury timeout on the part of the officials. As Bossier City gets Poteet keeps. Did he get the first down? Yes.
Boy, he's strong, isn't he? The tackler came up, had to go high, so if he could bring him down, couldn't stretch forward. Keontae tries to bring him down. Poteet just so strong in the legs, breaks the tackles first game.
The guess here, this will be the final play of the third quarter.
I don't know if they're going to get it off, Al.
Looks like they're satisfied with ending the third quarter the way it stands. And that is the end of period number 3. Tulsa leading at 42-34. We will have the final fourth quarter right after this. You're watching Tulsa Talon football on TV 47.
Now I can get what I want, when I want, with a great sense of security.
MakingHealthyChoices.com works specifically for your nutrition and health benefits. MakingHealthyChoices.com is packed full of features, including a nutrition glossary and an easy-to-use Ask the Doctor link that allows world-renowned health expert Dr. Rodrigo Rodriguez to share answers to frequently asked questions on health and products. Log on now to www.makinghealthychoices.com.
Okay, kids, let's get dinner.
Hi, I'm Evie. Do you worry about what your family is watching on TV these days? As a Christian mom, I know I do. You may be wondering, what alternative do I have? Now you do have a choice. Sky Angel. The Sky Angel satellite system has over 32 TV and radio channels featuring Christ-centered and family-friendly programming. Watch inspirational and ministry shows from all your favorite teachers, as well as home life programs, news, family features, special events, music video channels, and more. And you won't have to worry about what your kids and teens are watching. Sky Angel has several channels just for them. You get all this and more for only $9 a month, about the cost of a small pizza. And it's easy to get Sky Angel virtually anywhere in the U.S. with an inexpensive 18-inch satellite dish. Make sure your family has a Christian alternative to their TV viewing. Call 1-888-SKY-ANGEL to get worry-free TV today.
Are you near a phone? Can you take down a number? Then call to find out about term life insurance at competitive rates from a respected insurer, Protective Life Insurance Company. A 35-year-old could get a $200,000 policy for less than $14 a month. A 40-year-old could get a $250,000 policy for less than $18 a month. For your free quote, call now. Matrix Direct, 1-800-980-4751.
Period number 4 is underway. First down and 10. Bossier City has it at the Tulsa 19. Poteet over the middle. It is knocked up in the air and almost intercepted by Hollenquist.
Nice play with Johnny Bayless right there. Excellent timing to knock the ball down. Another way you can disrupt the quarterback's timing is knock it down before he gets to the receiver.
All right, it will be McMillan, Richardson. As we see the replay there. And McCluskey, the front three for Tulsa in the fourth quarter. Gerard Poteet back to pass. Throws it, incomplete. Intended for Morris. Sean Love was on defense.
Coming into the game, Al, the Battle Wings were coming in on the third down percentage at 49%. I think tonight they've probably been a little bit higher. So if they're going to play their percentages, then they should miss this one because they were pretty good first half.
That's really an excellent percentage when you think about it, isn't it? Poteet going to go to Stevenson, intercepted by Hollenquist, who's had a rough outing so far in this game, comes up with a major defensive play. And Tulsa comes up with their fourth turnover of the ball game.
That was a great time to make a big play. Excellent timing by Larry Hollenquist right there, cuts underneath the receiver and then makes the catch. That's so important now, not just to knock it down, but to make the catch and give the ball to your offense.
What would really be a nice drive right here is to take a lot of time off the clock and get 6 points. They are deep in their own territory after the interception by Hollenquist. Tulsa's been able to turn the other 3 turnovers into points. Here is Buich's pass.
Oh, that's a big man rolling on you.
Has it knocked down. How big is Ivan Odom? How's 320 pounds?
They're lying.
He's bigger.
I'm saying.
He's bigger than that.
I'm saying. What do you think? It's a large human right
that
there.
Is. So as the fourth quarter begins offensively for Tulsa, Anthony Buich remains on as the quarterback, who in all fairness did not see a whole lot of action in that first quarter because Tulsa scored quickly on their first possession after getting a interception return down to the 1. Here's Buich over the middle and finds Love, and he's to the 14-yard line. Set over the middle, obviously to the far side. And it is a gain of 8.
All right, now so far they've had it for about a minute, Al. You get your wish here. It's going to be a long 1.5 yards.
Sean Love to the top of your screen. Allner will be the man in motion.
Now the coach has a great point.
What happened?
Uh-oh, ball's loose.
Complete to Golson. Did he hang on? Keontae Golson gets the first down.
All right, the umpire stepped in there. You saw the umpire step in and delayed the snap. Why does he do that? Well, Tulsa did not declare the tight end. You have to declare the tight end every time you come up. All 3 linemen had their hand on the ground. The tight end raised his hand off the ground and said, that was me. Technically, when the offensive lineman puts his hand on the ground, he can't raise back up. Should be illegal procedure. Flag wouldn't drop.
But the call was not made. Tulsa got the first down. First down and 10 from their own 19 as the clock continues to roll. 2 minutes now off the clock in this drive. Tulsa leads it 42-34. It's been a close game throughout. Buich back to pass. Decides to come underneath the Love. Love gets to the 20-yard line, and he gets another Tulsa Talon first down. The defense was stretched out as Allner ran a long route. They went after him and left Love open underneath. There you see Buich was looking deep.
He was. Excellent camera work right there. See Buich looking deep, comes off to Sean Love. Sean Love, he does a nice thing right there, Al. No dancing around, just says, let's go forward and get as much yardage as we can. Uh-oh, here we go.
Touchdown! Mitch Allner. Buich just lofted it up there beautifully. Allner got behind his man. Touchdown.
What another fine move by Mitch Allner right there. You have to like the protection now. You really do. You know, to be able to pump fake, drop, and then reload and throw the ball. That's a lot of time back here. Wow. First time for a 2-touchdown lead tonight?
It is. And it couldn't come at a better time, fourth quarter. That's the time you want your big lead. And so Tulsa now leads it 49-34.
And consistently, Tulsa's been doing that here, the last 6 ball games. They've been a fine second half team.
And for Mitch Allner, his 19th touchdown reception of the season.
Let's see how this thing's going to end up now. You have 9.5 minutes, or a lot of time. You still have the 1-minute rule coming up. You know, the way Bossier's been hitting the long plays here, you know, Tulsa can give up a score here out, but they can't give it up in a short amount of time. You know what I'm saying? They have a little breathing room here, but don't give up the big play. You know, keep everything underneath and burn some time.
Need I suggest The prevent defense.
Oh my goodness, I can't believe I hear you saying that. Not you, of all people.
If there is anything I cannot stand in football, it's the prevent defense.
Just keep it in front of you. I can't believe I heard that. Oh, Tony Dotson's been good tonight, hasn't he?
And another excellent kick. Although it does take a nice bounce off the crossbar, Stevenson makes a nice play off the crossbar and manages to get across the 15-yard line. So, as it turns out, excellent field position on the part of the Bossier City Battle Wings.
Okay. Interesting move. If you remember in the second quarter, at the 9.5-minute mark, Tulsa stayed with their front line, the starting line. 9.5 minutes into the fourth quarter, they've swapped that line. Okay? So you have Big Noel back at the nose guard, okay, and
Shin and Stevenson will be
flanking him. You're going to bring the big-time pass rush here.
Oh! I don't have to say a word. He is a missile, and a quick missile at that. Noel Scarlett beat his man like a drum, came in on Poteet and put on a major hit.
Okay, you come bottom of your screen right there. This has been good for Bossier all night. The pump fake and throwing deep. They try to come back.
I'll tell you, Sherrard's lucky that he caught Scarlett at the corner of his eye, or it could have really been a punishing hit. At least Poteet was able to guard himself a little bit on that play. Underthrows his man, but nice catch by Nixon.
Catch. All right. There's a late hit down here. You know, when you have a 2-touchdown lead, you got your little personal games going on in the game, but you have to put it behind you. You got to play for the team here and not do the stupid penalties.
So that will cost Tulsa 10.
Personal foul, unnecessary roughness. Number 98, Tulsa. Penalty is 10 yards, tacked on to the play. First down.
Now, the only thing I don't like about that, Al, is there's been some yeah going on the whole game. And just a pet peeve of mine, okay? I want those flags in the first quarter. See, don't flag me in the fourth quarter and the game's on the line. You know what I'm saying? If they do that in the first quarter, they've been doing it all game. Flag at the end, and let's get the thing out of the way.
In other words, like a baseball umpire, they want consistency from the first inning on, so at least batters know where the strikes are going to be called.
Exactly.
Poteet. He had to rush it.
Yep. Big Henry Stevens on that one.
The intended receiver was Morris. There you see number 13. But the clock continues to roll in arena football on incompleted passes. We may never get out of here.
I believe that was an interesting matchup because I think it's Henry Stevens, New Mexico Lobo versus, is it Scott Tyner? Not Scott, Matt Tyner out of New Mexico as well. The former teammates, I think, were going after it on that last one. Yeah, that's uncharacteristic of a Tulsa crowd. Throw something on the field. Hadn't seen that in 3 years we've been doing it now.
Well, the warning has been given. And another incident could penalize the Talons, that's for sure, yardage-wise, and that would not be a healthy thing. Poteet has the protection this time. Throws, and was it caught? Yes, indeed. It was caught by Nixon. Beautifully done. First down, Bossier City at the 2.
Well, he's made a couple of nice scoops, has he not?
super catch on the part of number 19.
That was nice. Had his hands and arms underneath the ball. Then he rolls over and shows the official that he does indeed have control of it. Just in case, Mr. Official, you were hesitant to give me the ball, let me show you where it is.
And the defense was pretty good there. That's where the ball had to be thrown, and Nixon made the nice play. Handoff, Nixon, touchdown. So Bossier City's back in it. It's 49-40 with 6:10 to go.
The hometown home clock keeps it going though, Al. Don't tell anybody. Well, it took a little time off. It wasn't all that quick. So
I'm waiting for Pat Tilley to go for 2.
think this is the time to do it? Might as well, because you know it'd be the same field goal that could win it for you, right? If you don't make it.
Well, this one is good. We have a timeout with 5:38 to go as Scott Tyner hits the extra point.
All right, now you have 5 minutes, 38 seconds. You skip Foster, okay? You have an 8-point lead. How can you take time off and score here? What's been good for you?
Well, that previous drive was not too shabby. It took 5 minutes off the clock, resulted in a touchdown. I think perhaps Tulsa on that last drive could have taken more time off the clock. They decided to go with a semi-deep deal. As we take a look at the chip shot from the 10. It's up there.
He sliced it. Imagine that. Imagine somebody slicing the ball.
Looks very familiar, doesn't it, Dave? All right, he's gonna, here's his chip shot from the 5. This one is good.
It's nice. Nice shot right there.
Be sure and tune in to TV 47 again Saturday, July 13th for more exciting arena football action with the Tulsa Talons. We will be here for it as long as my voice hangs in there. July 13th, 11 o'clock, right here from the Tulsa Convention Center. Tulsa Talons football. Hope you've enjoyed this one.
They have a chance right here.
Tyner kick is taken off the netting by Allner, and here he comes. Look at this.
No, we're going to bring it back. Somebody had to get a push in the back. Just drives you crazy, Al. You knew you had a chance when the ball was kicked that low. Mitch Allner was going to make something good happen with it. And you just have to be disciplined as a player. You know, if you miss the block, don't hit him in the back. There are too many stripes out there. See, they see those things. They're paid to see those things.
And it's a smaller field. Let's get the call. The flag is resting at the 10.
So they're going to start on the 5, huh?
We have no foul for blocking the back. However, we do have unsportsmanlike conduct on the Tulsa team because the fans are throwing objects into the field of play. Unsportsmanlike on Tulsa because of fans throwing objects onto the field of play. This will happen every time that something hits the field for the rest of the night.
Well, I didn't see anything hit the field on that one.
There was an object or two at midfield.
But we don't need that. Shouldn't happen. Now, Pat Tilley is giving that official an earful, which you can't blame him, because he picked up a flag. They made a call to push in the back. I don't know if I've ever seen it happen now.
Well, Pat Tilley wants a timeout because I think he's going to take this timeout to discuss the situation.
All right,
with the official
on the field. They got to ask that guy to leave.
What are they doing, these fans? What are they doing?
He just threw the bottle on the field.
And they caught him.
I think he said it slipped. Really, officer, it slipped out of my hands. I think.
Why would you cost your team 10 yards? Why would you stand in line 4 hours for donuts?
Why would you pay? Why would you pay $2 for water and throw it on the field?
All right, here's the return by Allner.
Here it is. Some great blocking here.
There's the
nice
Edwin Moses routine.
And all at once, you have a 2-touchdown lead. There's a great shot of Coach Pat Tilley. Trying to make some sense out of the situation.
Well, they threw a flag for an illegal block on the kick return and then waved it off for some reason.
Now, Al Tulsa's been riding, you know, that PAT push that they had, the 1-point push that they have. Now they're in jeopardy of losing it right here.
Well, this could be the longest PAT in the history of arena football right here. As it turns out, it will be a 38-yard attempt. And it is good.
How about that? Now, when you're hitting 9 out of 10, everybody thinks it's just little short chip shots. You know, they don't put that one in there, but you hit the long one.
So Allner with his 20th touchdown of the season. It comes on a kick return.
Great job. Well, the fans have really been into the game. I just didn't expect them to start getting into the game that much.
Maybe they ought to keep those footballs in the boxes. So Tulsa has been penalized twice tonight, the crowd has, for throwing objects onto the field. One coming, 10 seconds after the announcement was made?
Yep. Can't fight that long arm.
So Tulsa back with a 2-touchdown lead with 5:11 to go.
Now you need to make another nice special teams play right here. You know, be it Brandon Daniels or Charlie Higgins or Johnny Bayless here. Somebody needs to come down and make the nice tackle. Don't let him come out to the 20.
Now that's what I call up close and personal camera work.
Yes, you bet.
Stevenson.
Johnny Bayless just missed him there, Al. Just missed him.
(56-41), Tulsa by 15 points. But as you know, in arena football, anybody can strike quickly. With 5:01 to go. It's been a fun game. Fans have gotten into it maybe a little bit more than maybe the Talons would have hoped. But as at any rate, Tulsa leads it by 15. Poteet, your quarterback, sends Stevenson in motion. Pump fakes. It's going to go deep.
Oh, nice play by Larry.
Hollenquist is there defensively. Maybe the ball underthrown just a little bit. But at any rate, the defense is made, and it'll be 2nd down and 10.
Boy, it looks like right there, Kevin Stevenson has a chance to bring the ball in. Larry Hollenquist knocks it out. 4 minutes, Al.
Caught by Short, gets across the 20, tackled by Higgins.
Charlie hit him hard, didn't he?
Close to a first down. It is a first down.
Oh, I like good football, Al. You know that. You see a team that keeps battling back. I tell you, you just have to be impressed with the Bossier team.
I'll tell you, this team, if they make the playoffs, they could be dangerous. Stevenson does the 360 and gets to the 7 for another first down. It'll be first down and goal. Aldenquist there defensively for Tulsa.
Been a minute gone, though. We just said a little while ago it's 4 minutes. Now it's down into the 240s. I just don't think they'll run it here because of the clock. I think they have to throw it, Al.
It appeared Poteet threw it away because he did not have an open receiver. We have a flag.
Gonna be one of those illegal rushes.
We've had a lot of discussions going on tonight, and I believe you're right, Dave.
Here we get the automatic first down.
Wow.
And the clock stopped. Oh, mercy. Now, you know, at halftime, I believe you were talking about Tulsa done a good job.
Good job.
Boy, it really hurt him here the second half.
First down and goal from the 4. 2:10 to go. Stevenson in motion. Fake handoff to him. They go to the end zone, and Short is overthrown.
Don't really know if I understand the concept of that one, because the play fake had nothing to do with the receiver.
And for some reason, Bossier City is taking their sweet time in running a play.
It's down the 130s now.
You would have thought down by 15 that they try to quickly get a score here. It's not like they're out of it. Short in motion, gets the pitch. Does not get to the end zone. Itis Atkinson comes up large. And that will take us to the 1-minute warning.
I tell you what, you watch this red man out of Northeastern State come up here and make this play. Boom. Now, Itis isn't the biggest guy out there, but he is tightly wound at 5'10", 200 pounds. He brought it all right there.
Dave, again, I'm flabbergasted at the time wasted by Bossier City here.
There were 3 minutes just went by, what, with maybe 3 plays?
They had it first and goal with 3 minutes to go and just took their sweet time. And now we have reached the 1-minute warning where the clock will stop after out of bounds.
And they have no timeouts out. Tulsa, you know, even if Tulsa lets them score, they could come back and do 3 running plays and the game is over because Bossier City can't stop the clock, you know what I mean?
Yep.
They ran the ball. I don't believe it's going to be a fumble.
At any rate, they did not get in the end zone, or did they?
Well, they're going to mark the ball and start the clock here any second. Bossier City still does not have a play called. They're all sitting around looking. See? There it goes. That's 54 seconds, and we wind the clock. 53,
This
52,
is nuts.
51, 50, 49.
This just is beyond belief to me. I mean, it works in the Talons' favor, but it makes no sense as far as Bossier City's concerned.
They may not get the playoff out. There's 5 seconds to go. 3. They didn't get it in.
Flag on the play.
Josh McMillan, what a fine play right there.
Let's see what the flag is about. Which does stop the clock with 27.4.
Offside, number 6 in the defense. Penalty is half the distance to the goal. Repeat, 4th down.
Oh, wow. All right, here we go. It's 4th and goal from the half-yard line.
Can I say it's over, Al?
Poteet is in a shotgun. Cannot get in. Fumble.
It's a touchdown.
And it turns into a touchdown.
How do you draw up that one?
Wow.
Now, wait. You know, in college football, on 4th down, you can't score on a fumble. So they're going to mark it to where they picked it up. Skip Foster knows the rule. He's yelling at
It's the
him.
old Dave Casper rule, is it not?
Yeah. 4th down fumble. They're not going to get
Unless
Tulsa regained possession.
The ball was fumbled in the field of play. According to the 4th down fumble rule, only the fumbler may advance the ball. Another offensive player advanced the ball. Therefore, the ball is down at the spot of the fumble.
Did Tulsa ever regain
results in a first
possession?
down, Tulsa.
Obviously not. Actually, I thought Tulsa had recovered the fumble and then lost it again, which would have given Tulsa possession, which would have given Bossier City an opportunity to run it back.
Maybe we see it one more time. Because that's exactly what we thought happened.
At any rate, Dave Rader, I just cannot believe Bossier City taking their sweet time, trailing it by 15, trying to get back into this game. Even if they score the touchdown, they have but 10 seconds to do anything with it. They just took their sweet time.
All right, here's the fumble. No question, that's a fumble. All right. No.
Still loose.
Tulsa never gained possession. Once again, the guys in striped shirts were right. You know, proud to say, Al, I never questioned any call. And yes, I am teaching the Sunday school lesson in the morning.
Well, your nose is not growing,
yes,
Dave.
It is, big time. All right.
So what an entertaining football game this has been. And yes, Bossier City did not score.
Yeah.
The Talons came up with some great defense there, but I still cannot figure out for the life of me why Bossier City, do they think they're only trailing by 8?
I guess. Didn't do the math on that one. And you have to go forward here, or it's a penalty in the last minute. That's it. Wow, what a ball game, Al. One of the best we've seen in a while, huh? And the fans stand up and applaud, show their appreciation. Now that shows you a lot about the maturity of some fans right there.
Well, Tulsa wins their 9th game of the season. 56-41 is the score.
What a big win here. We said before the game, Al, this is, you know, it kind of came down to a must win. Wasn't real pretty the last 5 minutes of the first half. Tulsa came out. First few minutes of the second half set the tone, set the pace, make a couple of big plays, you know. The Charlie Higgins picking up the fumble touchdown, your defense scores for you, and then your special teams score for you on the on the big touchdown off of the kickoff. And so you have some things that work for you that makes you the total team. You know, maybe offensively Shreveport played a little bit better, but you know, offensively Shreveport made more errors on the turnovers, costing them the game. But playing in the total game, your defense making stops, getting the ball turned over, and then taking those turnovers for score, and then using your special teams, Tulsa played the more complete ball game.
And they come up with their ninth victory. 56-41 is the score. Mitch Elner had another excellent game, but I think, Dave, as you mentioned, I think you could say the defense came up big when they had to. They gave up some big plays, but as was witnessed at the end of this game, coming up with that goal line stand, those are the kind of things that really bring a defense together.
Well, you're exactly right. I tell you what, it shows that, you know, there is something about this team. They have some character. Apparently there are some strong leaders there. Apparently there's a strong coaching staff there that doesn't give up on them. You know, there are some good things happening here. Now, there's one more time to see them in the regular season here. We have to wait a month. But I'll tell you, this team is definitely worth watching, and the way the crowd was into it tonight, they had to come back and do that again. Let's just, you know, everybody bring somebody else with them next time.
All right, our next telecast will be July 13th, but once again, it's a tape-delayed situation, so we invite you to come out to the Convention Center to see this team play July 13th. In the meantime, they will be on the road. They will be at Arkansas next Saturday, at Peoria the following Saturday, and at Memphis the Saturday after that. And then they are home July 13th to take on Fresno, and then they're on the road to end the season with 2 road games. So only 1 home game remaining, but as it stands now, Tulsa with a nice 4-game advantage in their division over Bossier City. With a 9-1 record, Bossier City falls to 6-5. There you see our final, 56-41. For Dave Rader, another excellent job by our crew. We thank you very much and hope you can join us next time. Tulsa Talons win at 56-41 on TV 47. We'll see you next time, everybody.
Now I can get what I want, when I want, with a great sense of security.
MakingHealthyChoices.com works specifically for your nutrition and health benefits. MakingHealthyChoices.com is packed full of features, including a nutrition glossary and an easy-to-use Ask the Doctor link that allows world-renowned health expert Dr. Rodrigo Rodriguez to share answers to frequently asked questions on health and products. Log on now to www.makinghealthychoices.com.
Okay, kids, let's get dinner.
Hi, I'm Evie. Do you worry about what your family is watching on TV these days? As a Christian mom, I know I do. You may be wondering, what alternative do I have? Now you do have a choice. Sky Angel. The Sky Angel satellite system has over 32 TV and radio channels featuring Christ-centered and family-friendly programming. Watch inspirational and ministry shows from all your favorite teachers, as well as home life programs, news, family features, special events, music video channels, and more. And you won't have to worry about what your kids and teens are watching. Sky Angel has several channels just for them. You get all this and more for only $9 a month, about the cost of a small pizza. And it's easy to get Sky Angel virtually anywhere in the U.S. with an inexpensive 18-inch satellite dish. Make sure your family has a Christian alternative to their TV viewing. Call 1-888-SKY-ANGEL to get worry-free TV today.
Are you near a phone? Can you take down a number? Then call to find out about term life insurance at competitive rates from a respected insurer, Protective Life Insurance Company. A 35-year-old could get a $200,000 policy for less than $14 a month. A 40-year-old could get a $250,000 policy for less than $18 a month. For your free quote, call now. Matrix Direct, 1-800-980-4751.
A quick update on what's happening here at Henry Primo's Crown Bristow. Our new service facility is under construction, inventories are high, and Mickey is back. 2002 has been great, and we're continuing to expand. With the entire Chrysler line, Jeep, Chrysler, and Dodge, we have a vehicle for everyone. As for the price, well, we don't have to yell and scream. You just come to see us. Henry Primo's Crown Bristow, 901 South Roland, 15 minutes from the Creek Turnpike at I-44. So you can visit us on the web at crownbristow.com.
LaCie Prayer Line, may I help you?
Thank you, LaCie Partners, for touching lives here at home and around the world. As you watch this message, someone is calling the LaCie Prayer Line for encouragement, comfort, and the Word of God from a compassionate prayer partner.
Please pray. My doctor is concerned.
I'm losing my job. I need help.
I need God's peace. Should I keep the baby? Please pray.
I want to give my heart to Jesus.
LaCie Prayer Line volunteers are ready to listen, to pray, and to believe God for a miracle in your life. Call now for prayer, or call or reach out to others by becoming a monthly partner with LaCie Broadcasting. Your monthly gift of $15, $30, or more will touch so many lives through Prayer Line and the worldwide television and radio ministry of LaCie Broadcasting. Someone is waiting to hear from you, so please call right now.
Hi, I'm Marvin Phillips, and I'd like to invite you to watch Peak of the Week Live every Monday night at 9:30 on KWHB Channel 47 or Cable Channel 7. And don't forget, God loves you, and I love you, and that's the way it's going to be.
See Lester Summerall, James Robinson, Joyce Meyer, Billy Joe Doherty, Kenneth Copeland, and many more every day on TV 47 KWHB.
You're watching LaCie Broadcasting, KWHB TV 47, Tulsa.
Of AOL.com or whatever when it comes right down to it. But if you follow Jesus, you'll never go wrong, son. I'll be the most thankful guy on the earth.
You say to live our lives so the preacher won't have to lie at our funeral.
That's right, Deborah. This thought came to me actually out of quite a tragic situation. A friend of mine came to me, and I didn't know him very well at the time, sat across the table, and he told me his story as tears streamed down his face. He said, Phil, you know what? I am one of the leading pornographers in Canada. And he said, this all started after my 16th birthday. We went up to the attic to clear out Dad's stuff. And we found boxes and boxes of magazines and old tapes from literally films from the 1800s worth hundreds of thousands of dollars. And he said, my addiction to this stuff started when my dad died. He was known in the church as a wonderful man. Everybody loved him. The preacher got up and he told about my dad. And I sat there thinking, if only you knew. Live so the preacher doesn't have to lie at your funeral. That preacher couldn't have known at the time that his dad was living a double life. But I look at my own children and I say, what are they going to remember me for? What is it going to be? What am I leaving behind? I have given each of my children a bonsai tree. If the statistics are right, these things live about 200 years, longer than even a guy as old as me. But I want them to have something that will outlast me, something to remember their dad by. And it may be an old tree that's a little twisted and gnarled, kind of like their dad. I'm not perfect, but I want to live honestly before the Lord, not as a hypocrite, but being real before Him. And I believe that that's how we can outlive or make an impact that will outlive us.
So integrity is important.
Integrity. George Barna once said that the leading cause of stress is living what you do not believe. What an incredible thing. I think back to a day when my life was changed forever. I was 25 years of age and we had our first son, Stephen. And he was a little wrinkly and I held him and I looked down and I thought, Callaway, for the first 25 years of your life you've been a hypocrite. You've been far from God, but close to the church. That was a day that changed my life forever, where I prayed, God, make me real. Maybe that's a prayer you need to pray today. Would you do that? God, make me real. He's looking for a few real people.
Well, Phil, you're the real deal. Thank you for joining us on Harvest. And we can go into Harvest Pick and get Phil's book, Who Put My Life on Fast Forward. It'll be a treasure you want to keep and you want to pass on to others.
Well, I know we see the same blue sky, but there's a different shade of blue between you and I. And I want to say what's on my heart, but you might not see the light till you know the dark. And maybe miles away, or we could break through today. Yeah. Are you stars fall from the sky. We call on heaven, and what's it gonna take to make you realize that the life we're given here is not the end? Believe and it begins. Are you gonna wait till the stars fall from the sky? And I pray somewhere there will come a time when hope and doubt will crowd you closer to the light, and the truth will dawn like the light of day. And in that moment you will take that leap of faith. It may be miles away, or it could break through today. Yeah. Are you gonna wait till the stars fall from the sky to call on heaven? And what's it gonna take to make you realize that the life we're given here is not the end? Believe and it begins. Oh, are you gonna wait till the stars fall from the sky? Everything we see reveals the one who made it so. Look around. Even God himself came down to show the lengths that love will go. Are you gonna wait till the stars fall from the sky to call on heaven? And what's it gonna take to make you realize that the life we're given here is not the end? Believe and it begins. Oh, are you gonna wait till the stars fall from the sky? Ooh, yeah. Are you gonna wait till the stars fall from the sky? Are you gonna wait till the stars fall from the sky?
Looking for a valuable internet experience? Make the connection at www.harvest-tv.com and become part of our internet community. Let our website be your answer. Find that book you've been looking for and buy it right off the internet. Find out more about your favorite guests. Voice your opinion on our poll. Share your story and impact your world by joining the Harvest Prayer Team. Tell a friend and sign on today to www.harvest-tv.com.
America is a Bible-rich nation. We publish and purchase so many Bibles that the average Christian household has 8 copies. Isn't it time we shared our blessing with the rest of the world? For your gift of just $20, you can personally provide 8 Bibles to people who are hungry for the Word of God. So why not pick up your phone and help LaCie Broadcasting get the word out? Call right now. Spread the word.
One of the priorities on our heart is getting the Word of God out around the world, getting the gospel to people who need to hear it, whether it be by shortwave radio, by the internet, by satellite TV, local cable stations, whatever means necessary to get this gospel out. And you can help us reach this new world by calling in 1-800-365-3732 or logging on to our website, www.lacie.com, and partnering with us in prayer and support, and being one of the Harvest Prayer Team members to see that our world is touched with the good news today like never before. Well, the Bible says that laughter is good, or a merry heart is good like a medicine. And we had a big dose of medicine last night at Word of Fire camp meeting with Jesse Duplantis. Had a great time with Brother Jesse, and he was just cutting a rug from beginning to end. For those of you that are around the South Bend area, you want to come all this week to camp meeting at 530 East Ireland Road at Christian Center.
I'm from New Orleans, Louisiana, the birthplace of jazz.
and Louis Armstrong sang this song. And it's a beautiful song, and if you listen to it, it talks about God's creation. So maestro, cut this one off, put this one on, and let's go. If you see my finger go up, that means more music. If you see both legs go up, that's the rapture. Give me a little more, a little bit more music, more music. I see trees of green, red roses too. Lord, I watch them bloom, Lord, for me and you. And I say to myself, give me more music everywhere. What a wonderful world. Now, if Louis was here, he'd sing it like this. I see skies of blue, clouds of white, bright, pleasant day. Lord, let me tell you something, honey. Lord, say good night. And I said to myself, yes, I do, yes, I do, yes, I do. What a wonderful world. Ain't too bad for a white boy, huh? So I got out the boat of religion and started walking on the water, because as long as I stayed in the boat, I met nothing but disciples. But when I got on the water, I met Jesus. Glory to God. He's out on the water. He's not in the boat. The boat is sinkable, but Jesus isn't. So with men it's impossible, but not with God. So the only job you got is to believe that God can do his job. Now let me help you out. If you believe in God for your husband to get saved or your wife to get saved, let me help you out. Leave them alone. You're driving them crazy. You can't get them saved. If you could get them saved, you'd already got them saved. It ain't your job to get them saved. You understand? My wife couldn't get me saved. My mama and my wife tried to get me saved. I was a good heathen. I'll tell you, when I got saved, Satan cried. He said, we have lost a great man today. That boy Jesse is a sinner. They tried to get me saved. They couldn't get me saved. They did everything they could to get me saved. I never saw an ugly woman in my life. I didn't care if he was fat, brown, black, green, yellow. Just come here, mama. It don't make no difference to me. They couldn't stop it, and they wouldn't stop it. They couldn't get me saved, so they quit focusing on me and start focusing on the Word of God. And guess what? I got saved. Couldn't get me saved. I didn't want to be saved. Mama said, you're going to hell. I said, I like hell, Mama. It's a 4-letter word. Come on. I didn't care. So you know what she said? I'm going to tell you something, you little heathen from hell. It's your tough luck you was born to me. I got the promise of God down to 1,000 generations. You part of my family. You getting saved whether you like it or not. Get out of my face. And walked off. Then Kathy did the same thing. But as long as they tried to get me saved, they couldn't, because it was impossible. But when they believed that God could, I got saved. Only job you got is to believe that God can do his. Do you see that? I mean, I'd have got saved a lot quicker if they would have left me alone. But see, that's religiosity. Okay, trying to help God, and you're delaying the prayer, you're delaying the answer, because he said, with you it's impossible, but not with him. People say, but Jesse, don't seem the words mess about. No, I could care less. I had a man tell me, well, supposing you got sick with a bad disease and died. I said, I'd go to heaven. And I'll tell you something else I'll do. If I didn't receive my healing, I will do what Hebrews says. I will die in faith. I had a man tell me, one time we prayed, we anointed people, we did everything we could, they didn't get healed. I said, well, let me ask you a question. Did they die in faith? He said, what? I said, did they die in faith? What do you mean? What's the matter? Your ears, something wrong with you? Did they die in faith? Well, yes, but then what are you worried about? They're in heaven. It's better than dying in doubt. These all died in faith, not receiving the promise. Now, you're going to have to ask them why they didn't receive it. And don't you blame it on God neither, because that ain't none of your business. You're going to have to ask them why they didn't receive it, and maybe they didn't know how to receive it. I don't know, but I know one thing about Jesus. He couldn't go to funerals. He messed them up. Try to bury somebody around a person, man done paid for the funeral. Jesus walked by and said, get up. And God said, never wanted to be dead anyway. I'm going home. I'm out of here. He didn't care if you paid for the flowers. So don't tell me he can't heal cancer if he can raise people from the dead. Only job you got is to believe that God can do his job. Isn't that good? So, boy, once you understand this simple revelation, once this gets inside, your trouble is over, man. Because everything God's going to tell you to do is impossible. Get ready, the summer off. I'm gonna tell you, there's some impossible stuff coming, but that ain't your job to do it. It's your job to believe it.
A little bit of Jesse Duplantis at Word of Fire last night. Had a great time. We also got an exclusive interview, which will be airing in just a short while here, about a brand new book that Jesse's writing. Tonight, Keith Butler is going to be with us at Word of Fire. And then tomorrow, Marilyn Hickey. Tomorrow morning, Van Crouch. We'll wind it up on Friday with a night of worship, free concert with Sila, all at Word of Fire at Christian Center, 530 East Ireland Road here in South Bend. Please come. You will be blessed. You'll enjoy it all week long. We've got a great interview right now that Steve and Pete met up with Rabbi Yechiel Eckstein over in Israel. He is the president of the International Federation of Christians and Jews, and they had a good time talking together about the importance of bringing Jews back to the Holy Land.
With us today we have Rabbi Eckstein. A lot of our good friends at LaCie Broadcasting have seen you many times in your program. Thank you for being with us.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
What a pleasure.
Now, did you have an association or know of our father Lester Summerall somehow?
I met him once, but it was really more, he was a figure for me, someone who was an icon that I lionized, that I admired, a person who was bigger than life, really, because for me, he represented the early Christian Zionists, if you can even call them that, but people who really care for Israel, care for the Jewish people, biblical-oriented, people of faith and of boldness. And he was one of the earliest ones, so he was a person who I admired and whose presence today is really missed. You know, we sometimes use a phrase like that, "Oh, that person is sorely missed," and I'm sure we mean it when we say it. But I think the relations between Christians and Jews today would be different if he were still with us. But he implanted that seed. I know within you and Pete, if I can say that, and also within this ministry that is having such a wonderful impact and such an enormous influence on American life and on the relations with Israel. So I'm very grateful for him, and pray that his memory will be a blessing to us all.
Thank you. And tell us about the beginning of your ministry.
Well, it got started a long time ago with a group that I brought to Israel. I think this is when God implanted the seed within my heart to start this whole work. I grew up and still am Orthodox, and went to a yeshiva, a Jewish school, and was with Orthodox Jews pretty much most of my life. And at a certain point after my rabbinic ordination, I went for a doctorate at Columbia University, and after that was on the staff of the Anti-Defamation League. And I went on a trip to Israel with a group of Christians for the first time. And for me, Israel was the land of the Jewish people. Why are Christians interested in going? I mean, for me, Christians go to Rome. I didn't know the difference between a Catholic and a Protestant, and a premillennialist and a postmillennialist, pre-trib, post-trib. I didn't even know of that. So not that I understand it all now, but I went on this trip, and it turned out my roommate for the trip was an 86-year-old Black Baptist minister from Virginia. And I was a young 25-year-old New York rabbi, and I said, this is going to be a long 10 days. I have nothing in common with this man. But this man was poor, and he was getting older, and finally he raised the money with the help of his children to come to Israel. And this is really a true story. It's not just a story, but it's when I believe it all started. And I came to Jerusalem with him, and I went out in the first morning and overlooking the gorgeous view that we see here of Jerusalem, and said my prayers with my talit and tefillin, my prayer shawl and phylacteries, and tears came to my eyes, thanking God for the privilege of returning to my spiritual center. Well, that evening I came back late, and he didn't see me, but I saw him when I walked in, and he was his hands were upward. He was overlooking on the bed, kneeled down, and he was crying like a baby. And he kept saying, "Lord, Lord, thank you. I'm luckier than Moses. Moses only got to see the promised land. I got to walk in it." And that was a pivotal moment for me, because I realized at that moment that this 86-year-old black Baptist minister from Virginia and this white newly ordained rabbi from New York had much more in common than I ever could have imagined. We had the tears of our Thanksgiving to return to our spiritual center. So anyhow, that's when I believe my ministry, if you will, started, and I realized that I have a calling, as Christians say, to reach out to Christians and to build better understanding and cooperation, and jointly to foster support for Israel.
Now, a large part of what you have been doing is to bring immigrants from Russia. How long is that going to last, would you guess?
Well,
until they're all here, or
till the Messiah comes, either for the first or second time. We'll ask him then. But till the Messiah comes, we believe that the kibbutz galuyot, as it's called in Hebrew, the